Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special review impressions of a knife I've gotten in for a little bit. This is the Quiet Carry Strand L for large. Alright, so today I'm giving you my impressions of the Quiet Carry Strand L, a fantastic knife that Quiet Carry gave to me to review, and I have to tell you that, just disclosure, it was given to me, and to give my honest open opinion, no strings attached or anything like that. Now, what I do when I get a knife like that, typically it becomes a giveaway, unless I really love it, and then I'll substitute it for something in my collection of equal value for a giveaway. And I got to be honest with you, that's the case here. I really love this knife. This is pretty fantastic. I'll give you a hint. This review is not going to be negative. It's going to be pretty positive. So let's talk about it. All right. So the knife company is Quiet Carry. Their OEM is done in Taiwan. They don't disclose that, but it is in Taiwan, which to me is definitely worthwhile because it makes it stand out a little bit more. The name of the knife is the Strand L for large. I believe there was an original Strand. This is the large. I really like this thing. It is an in-house design by them, which, if you know Quiet Carry, I love just about everything they've made out there. It's just really phenomenal design, ergonomics, execution. It just all comes together really, really well. Some people are going to say it's a little more expensive than some of the Chinese, even Griot OEM stuff, and I'll say, yeah, probably, but I think it's better. So that's my opinion. You can agree, or we can agree to disagree if you disagree, but I think I have some justification for it. As we go through this, maybe you'll see that. Maybe if your opinion is that because you've never experienced a Quiet Carry knife, I would challenge you to go find one and experience it. It's definitely something pretty phenomenal, especially some of these very later designs that are really just phenomenal. I mean, I will tell you that the last year, I think the Drift L was in my top knife of the year contender. I think it was number 2 or number 1. I can't remember if it won, but it was up there, absolutely up there. Phenomenal knife, and it's stayed in my collection because I love it. So, all right. The material scale, this is titanium. This is black PVD, and the PVD is so good. I thought it was DLC, honestly, but it's just done really, really, really well. So PVD coated with some knurling and texture on here on both sides. So it's texture on the back side, texture on the front side, and it's not aggressive like tear your fingers and skin up, but it's enough that you get some grip, which is really nice. This is a titanium clip. It is not a milled clip, but it is titanium, and it is inside here. So it's inset with a really deep carry, but not so deep that you're going to get caught up in your pants, which I love. Pretty light. So, I mean, I do believe this is, at some point you could replace it if you needed to, or you could reach out to them if something happened, right? Maybe they could buy another one or something. I don't know. T8 hardware all the way around, which I think is great. The blade is Vanax Super Clean, which is something they're known for. They use Vanax Super Clean or LC200N or Magna Cut. Usually it's some really water corrosion resistant kind of knife because they're very much into the ocean sort of thing. If you recall, I had the Catch, which was my burden trout fish, burden trout knife, which is really, really great knife as well that I very much enjoy. But this is right there. The Strand, which if you didn't know, it kind of stands for a coast, a little piece of a coast. It's actually an ocean term, so it makes reference to that. One of the awesome viewers of my unboxing noted that for me, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's talk about the opening and closing. It is a frame lock, as you can see. There's a beautiful cutaway, easy access to the lock bar, beautiful chamfering, very generous, even with my big meaty fingers, easy to disengage. I mean, this is not the lightest of detents, so it's got a nice crisp detent for thumb studs, which is just perfect. So easy to flick both reverse and front flick. What I love is the thumb studs are absolutely accessible, really well designed. They've got enough of a ramp and texture not to rip up your hand, not to be barrel where they're uncomfortable. You can fidget with them all day long and they do not tire your fingers. And even like left-handed here, easy to reverse flick, right? Which I find really cool, especially with a frame lock like this. Notice the milling is really fantastic. There's a steel bar insert over travel stop, which is executed really well. It is a captive pivot. There's a back spacer back there, which I think is fantastic. There is jimping up here on the top. It is very nice jimping. Go over easily, push down, and you're locked in. Whether your hands or gloves or whatever, it is really usable jimping. Got a little kind of finger guard, if you will, in here, and it does come up right here. There's no sharp spots. All that's been taken care of. Really good execution, chamfering all the way around here. No hot areas where you're going to reach in if you're cutting, working as this knife it is intended to be, because it's phosphor bronze washers, by the way. It's not caged ceramic ball bearings. I know maybe the action might fool you to think this is caged ceramic ball bearings, but it's not. If it was, I'd have skiffs in it, which I have in other Quite Carry knives, and they become unbelievably fantastic. But even for phosphor bronze, it's so good. It's so good. And my Drift L is like that. The Strand L that I had that became a giveaway was like that. You know, there's a whole bunch of things like that. Really, really fantastic. All right, so we did talk about Vanax Super Clean. It is got a nice swedge on top. Not super thick, but not super thin. It does have a hollow grind at the bottom, becomes super slicey. Trust me, I've been using this. You can see some tape on there because I have been carrying it and using this and enjoying this. This has really been a favorite knife to carry. It's gotten a lot of carry time for me. So fantastic knife as far as that's concerned. I love the chamfering. Everything's rounded all the way around. No hot spots I already talked about, but the rounding, it's like not just chamfered, but rounded. So it's unbelievably comfortable. Unbelievable. You can choke up too, get up there. You could pinch if you needed to up there. I don't know how well it does it, but you do. So that's one of the other things. All right, so measurements. Let's go into the blade. We talked about that. Let's do a little quick measurements here. All right, the knife weighs 3.9 ounces, which is fantastic. I thought it'd be a little heavier, but it's not. 3.9 ounces. Now, to see that, I think we'll point out is there's some good weight relief in there going on in the titanium scales. I think that's fantastic. Notice that the cutout for the lock bar is on the inside, and even that's not sharp. So I think that's really fantastic. Let's do some measurements on length of the knife. All right, we're exactly at 8 inches, which is fantastic. If you go here at the finger troll, you're just shy of 4 inches. If you choke up, you get about 4.5 inches, so definitely fantastic for hands. Exactly 3.5 inches from the tip to the back. Cutting is just under 3.5 inches. I would say 3 7/16, right? So it's relatively, good sized length, usable length. The thumb studs are far enough back that are almost not in the cutting length, a little bit, but not terrible. Like I said, I have large hands with big meaty fingers, plenty of room here, even here, extra large, double extra large hands, no problems. All right, let's do some blade stock thickness real quick on this knife. Oops, we are, looks like I left it on, so let's see what we're at. We're at 115 thousandths of an inch. Let's just confirm that. Yeah, 115 thousandths of an inch. So, I mean, it's not super thick, but it's not super thin. So it's definitely slicer, especially with the hollow grind. I think that's really fantastic. All right, so what's the category for this knife? Well, this knife is not super, super cheap. I mean, it is running $335. Now, right now it's a black coated a PVD. I'm sure they're going to come out with a plain one at some point. They typically have multiple, but you know they're running a lot of different knives right now in their series. They have lots of offerings, and they're all really fantastic. And I could recommend just about any one of them, right? But at least they have this one out, and I'm glad it's been dropped. I love the black. I actually don't. I typically like the Silver Surfer look, but this works really well. This black PVD is really, really, really good. Really good. Normally PVD is not this good. Oh, one thing I just noticed too, there is a little texture milling here in this cutaway. And I forgot to mention the thumb studs. You're guided, by the way, your thumb perfectly into the place of deployment, right? So it's super, super comfortable. I think that's really fantastic. So at $335, this runs into the higher end knife. It's on the low scale of the higher end knife, $300 to $600. So it's not a super cheap knife, but definitely I think the materials, the execution, everything is absolutely worth it. Purpose, EDC hard use collection piece could absolutely be a collection piece for sure. Anybody this range, you can make anything a collection piece. It's your buy what you love and love what you buy, collect what you love and love what you collect, right? So it's you make it a collection piece, go for it. But on top of this, it is, I think it's absolutely EDC, it's absolutely hard use, so it would be great for that. All right, overall designs, the handles. The handles are great, comfortable. I talked about the ergonomics, perfectly fantastic. Open and close, being a thumb stud, if you're gonna be thumb stud only, you need to execute it perfectly, and they did. Absolutely execute it perfectly. The opening and closing is fantastic. The lock bar, the access, the chamfering there is just perfect, right? The texture on the scales, the texture on the spine of the blade is all absolutely fantastic. The clip is fantastic, super light, super thin, lots of room under there. I love that. There is no lanyard hole, so there's no, normally Quite Carry has a little lanyard hole. There's none on this one, so if that's a big deal, I'm sorry, it's not on this one. Ergos are, let's talk about the overall feel. Ergos, action, design, flow, function, it's all so good. So good. Opening and closing, I fidget with this all day long. It's a great carry, great enjoyable knife to have around. The action is beautiful. For phosphor bronze, it almost doesn't feel like phosphor bronze, but it is, right? The design flow is just executed well. I love the look of it. To me, it's just crisp, it's sharp. It reminded me of a knife I got at Blade Show that is definitely a custom knife, and it's not, they don't copy because these guys came around different times, different designs, but it has a profile that I like. I love that kind of design. I think it's just beautiful. To me, that's an aesthetic I really enjoy, right? So this is the Rob Johnson Hemlock, a recent one he just dropped. Fantastic knife. Of course, this is like 3 to 4 times the price, so obviously a little fancier, a little nicer, right? But this is for a production knife. It's executed ridiculously well. So let's talk about the fidget factor. So it's thumb studs only. There's really no other way. I think I sort of one time got, I don't know if I can still do it. Yeah, you can sort of do that. It's not really truly budget, but the thumb studs are great. For thumb studs only, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. I normally would never give something that high, but it is done perfectly. I've typically not been a super thumb stud guy, but this could turn me on to being a thumb stud only guy. If knives were always executed like this, had the placement, the execution of these thumb studs, where the angled action, everything like this, yeah, I could totally be on board just being thumb stud only. This knife works with thumb stud only, 4 out of 10. Fidgety goodness, 100%, 100%, no questions asked. This is how you want to do it if you're going to do it. This is like a standard. This is like an execution. Do you want to see how well you do it? This is it. All right, so definitely 100%. So final thoughts, recommendations. Absolutely 100% recommend it. This is a great knife. If you get a chance to get one of these, I would highly recommend them. Action, everything about it is beautiful. It just works really, really well. It's a little thinner than the Drift L, but it's kind of like the Drift L with a different design. The Drift has, just to be fair, let's compare them. So the Drift L is about the same size. It's a much thinner, it's a flat grind, bigger, wider blade, a little longer in the grip area, right? So there's different ergonomics, different things you can go for. This one has a wired clip, but I put a Rips Garage Technology clip on this one, and this one has a kind of a titanium bent over clip. So I think both are absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's things here, one you might like over the other. I like both. I have both. I'm keeping both. I think they're both outstanding knives. This one is just a fun, different, quiet carry to have. It's just really done well. So yeah, I'm absolutely recommending this. I think it's a great knife. If you've never tried quiet carry, I would definitely recommend them. And I'm telling you that someone who bought quiet carry well before I ever had a chance to ever get a knife to check out from them. They have loaned me knives in the past just to check out before they dropped. And then I had the opportunity maybe to buy the knife later on or something. Once in a while, they are super generous. They're super kind, and they allow me to have a knife like this. And I was beyond excited to get this knife, and I have enjoyed this knife a lot. You'll see a lot of videos. I try not to make it a part of my all the time shorts because I carry it a lot, but there's a reason why I carry it a lot. It's just a good knife. Let's do a quick zoom in. I feel like that wasn't fair of me, so I'm gonna zoom in. Maybe I'll cut and splice this in. All right, so here we have the blade with the hollow grind. You can see that. There's the Quiet Carry logo and the thumb studs. Here we have the PVD coated, beautiful knurling texture there. You can even see the little milling pattern right there. Beautifully rounded all the way around here. And then we'll go around here. You can see in here, it's nice and rounded all the way through here. You can see the clip, pretty deep pocket carry. You see the inside, that little milling for weight relief. And then we go on the back side. Here's the clip. This is titanium, in case you're curious. So see, no, wait. Wait a second. I was wrong. This is steel clip. All right, so steel clip. And then here's the milling on the back side, the lock bar, steel bar insert over travel stop, thumb studs. Here's the hollow grind on this side. You can definitely see the Vanax Super Clean. Beautiful swedge, which is functional and useful at the same time. So let's do a quick, let's do this. We'll do it this way. That way you can get a nice view of the angle and everything. Let's do that. All right, so super excited. Hopefully you like this knife. If you've already got one, let me know what your thoughts are. If you're thinking of getting one, I'd love to hear why or why not. It may not be your aesthetic, and that's okay. That's totally okay. I get it. So anyways, enjoyed this one. This was fun. This was fun. And if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting that like button down below? And if you've already hit the like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the channel really helps me out, allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, enjoys the content, it's part of the live stream, part of everything. I appreciate you. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button down here below so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. Yeah, it'd be a cool way to see other stuff I come out with. And a big shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate you. You do two amazing things. You encourage me. I don't do this full-time, I'm part-time, so your encouragement is very huge to me. I really mean that. Secondly, because of your generous support, you allow me to do things sooner than I ever could, and I really appreciate that. Things like doing a weekly Budget Banger giveaway, things like checking out knives from people and being able to cover the cost and shipping back, getting different subscriptions that I need for software to do different videos. So I appreciate you, channel members. It's huge. It's a huge thing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As a small way for me to say thank you, I do two exclusive things for channel members, right? One is every brand new channel member, I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. So email me with your name and address, and I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note as a small way for me to say thank you. And that really applies to anybody who's actively currently a member, you've never asked and never received a sticker, that would be applied to you. 99% of the time, it's new channel members, but it could be a member who's been a member all along and never asked, or someone who was a member and then became a member again and hadn't asked. Either way, email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker. Also, secondly, I'd like to do a once a month members exclusive Budget Banger, not Budget Banger, but above a Budget Banger giveaway. It's exclusively for the channel members once a month, something definitely over $100 or more, right? Something that's, I think that you would enjoy winning or giving as a gift. So I try to do that once a month, and for that 1 week in the month when we are doing the members exclusive giveaway, there would be two giveaways, right? There's the Budget Banger giveaway for everybody, and then channel members have a chance. Theoretically, one channel member could win two gifts, right? They could win two giveaways. So that's for the channel members. Also, with the channel members, obviously there's like emojis and exclusive content and some other things, right? So just keep that in mind. If any of that sounds interesting, check out the description down below. I have a link for 3 different tiers of membership. Would be honored to have you as a member. Please don't ever feel obligated. Do it because you want to, not because you feel obligated. And if you do choose to be a member, I am humbled. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. All right, well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. You guys have a great day and a great week.